So, the January transfer window has now opened, and along with that, a load of rumours have come about. There's already been a couple of confirmed transfers along with that, but one of the big transfers to come up already, well, a rumour, is the Frenkie De Jong to Manchester United transfer. And I'm not surprised that this has come up again, to be totally honest. I mean, it's like it's the media's new obsession, with Man United. They've always got this obsession with Man United signing a particular player. I mean, after Ronaldo left for about the next 10 years, it was literally the obsession of the media to say, oh, Ronaldo's coming back to Man United. However, there are a few things with this that I want to bring up. And the first thing is that we don't really need a midfielder. I mean, we have Bruno Fernandes and we have Casemiro. Don't know if that's how you say it, but we have two very, very good established midfielders, and then we have a few kind of good midfielders that can fill that third role, So it's like we don't desperately need one at the moment. However, the other position that we do need a player in is striker, because recently Cristiano Ronaldo left, so now we need to get a replacement for Ronaldo. So really, I think that should take priority over signing another midfielder. However, if De Jong is available, then for me, you take him. I mean, even if it's at quite a high price, even if it's a bit costly, I just think you take him, even though we're not like desperately in need of another midfielder. And just getting another midfielder really would come in handy for like many reasons, because the midfield, to be more specific, the central midfield is where really a lot of the game is played, and it's really crucial because having a very good, the better your central midfield, the more you can control the game, because between the defence and the attack is the central midfield. So how the ball goes from defending to attack, most of the time it's through the midfield. So having those players that can collect the ball and distribute the ball is very, very important. Otherwise, it's quite easy to just shut your attack down before it even starts. So obviously, again, it would be very, very convenient to have three brilliant, central midfielders. I mean, just think, if we did sign De Jong, then we'd have in our central midfield, firstly, Frenkie De Jong, then we'd have Bruno Fernandes, and really, even though he's more of a defensive midfielder, it still counts as a midfielder, and personally, I do think he's quite a good distributor. We'd have Casemiro as well. So really making this transfer happen would set up our midfield for the next several years. And I know Casemiro is 30, but I think he will play, I don't know if he'll play a less aggressive role, because he has been a part of Madrid's first team for a very long time, and he's been in quite a few Champions League finals. So my theory is that he wouldn't really last too long because of his age, because he's going to have taken a lot of punishment, and players who take a lot of punishment before 30 don't usually do too well in their 30s. However, this isn't a Casemiro video. This is about the transfer rumour for De Jong to Man United. So another thing that I find interesting is, apparently it is being reported that De Jong himself actually wants the move to United. And I can't remember if it says he's spoken to Ten Hag or he's had any contact with Ten Hag. But if this is true, that he is actually keen on coming to Man United, the first thing is, usually that means that it happens. And, obviously, usually that means it happens, because if the player wants to leave a club, then they have several ways that they can leave a club. And even if said club keeps the player, usually, eventually, they leave. And the earlier you let the player go, really the better the relationship is between said club and player. So really, if he wants to specifically come to Man United, I'm pretty sure that will happen, especially because he seems to have a pretty good relationship with Barcelona, and sometimes clubs do actually approve those types of requests. However, obviously we don't know how good the relationship truly is, so Barca might not want to send him to Man United, especially considering that Barcelona do have Man United in the Europa League. So yeah, they might not want to send really one of their best players to us, considering that they're going to have to play us twice. However, the other thing that the other reason that I do think this transfer is more likely to happen now is because it's been reported that multiple Barcelona players are actually out of contract. So, it's been reported multiple Barcelona players are out of contract. Well, in January, so now. So Barcelona are going to be losing quite a few players on a pre-contract agreement, and that means that the players go for free, so Barcelona get no money for them. The only thing that happens is Barca's wage bracket comes down. However, I don't know how serious all of this really is, and obviously before, Barcelona they found a really kind of sneaky transfer way around this. I don't know if they can do that now. I don't know if they just have to let the players go. But if they do that, then it gives them more of a reason to kind of sell De Jong to get a lot of that money back. And I do think he is one of their highest paid players. So that would really, really bring down their wage bracket. And I think I did see somewhere that De Jong is reportedly on, it was something stupid like 600,000 a week, but I don't think that's true. I doubt that would be true, but it would be a pretty high amount. If it is true, then it's probably better than to sell him, to be honest. And also, De Jong is going to want to play in the Champions League as well. But selling De Jong would also help Barcelona financially a lot, because they would save the money from his wages, and they'd probably be able to request quite a high price tag for him as well, considering how young he is and really how good he is as well. I mean, he's 25 and he's worth 50 million euros, and usually for a 25-year-old, something like that, you're not going to be paying 50 million for him if that is his value. Usually you're going to have to be paying a lot more than that. So Barcelona, they can afford to try and get more for him, but then again they can't go too high, because if the club loses interest then they're in a bit of trouble. So I think those are a couple of other reasons why the De Jong transfer is probably more likely to happen now. I don't know overall if it will, because obviously we don't know the full stint of the situation at Barcelona. So put in the comments what you think about these transfer rumours coming up now, especially with the reports of the Barcelona players out of contract and they can go for free. Do you think the transfer will happen? Do you think De Jong will come to Manchester United? Do you think the rumours are true that he does want to come to United? And if you like the video, drop it a like. That will be really appreciated. That really does help. And lastly, thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you in either the next video or another video.